Okay, coming out again, we have Rihaku playing game 1 once again, and of course AW survivors are still the same. Overall and all, it seems like it'll be Chinatown. It'll be Chinatown for round 2 first half, and from BonBon side, it seems like we banned Seer. Oh, Seer being banned for a BonBon is surprising. It is really surprising. Seer batter, female dancer, Ench and a mechanic. Banning Ench is more surprising to me than anything, because Ench is more of a 50-50 survivor, in which she does counter single hit hunters, but she doesn't counter single hit hunters as much. She only counters chip hunters the most. So banning Ench there, I don't know, would that be like, I feel like banning Ench is just giving the survivors, it's just letting the survivors know, okay, I'm gonna play a chip hunter. I think that's the problem with banning Ench overall on this map as well. Because if there's an Ench from AW side, then that's a wax artist. It's just a completely wax artist game if there's an Ench. Of course, banning Seer is a mini mind game there, but if you do decide to ban Ench, then survivors definitely know what you're gonna do. So overall, I don't think that's a really that much really is a good idea. But BonBon definitely does counter the barmaid. But the problem with barmaid is barmaid will also always, and I say this with confidence, always spawning hotel. Whoever is the easiest chase for a hunter in general will always spawning hotel. It's also considering the fact that survivors know what hunter is going to be played, so that is also a huge difference there. Now then, from NES's side, we have Rihaku running BonBon. Of course, we have AW Barmaid of AW Onisuke running Acrobat. AW Ado is the mercenary, and AW Tsuman is the... who's this guy? Oh, this is Priestess. I forgot I mean Priestess, Lamau. But all in all, it wouldn't be too bad. All in all, I don't think this would be too bad. The problem, I guess the biggest problem really is the two-story setting here. There's like there's 4 sets of stairs. There's 4 sets of stairs here. So, 1 set for each survivor, question mark? Well, I mean 2 set for, like 1 set each for 1 survivor, but like 2 sets overall, because the other 2 are linked. Now then, we also see that wanting to chase after the priestess, for chasing priestess is going to be very hard as a chip hunter in general, because for BonBon, right, for BonBon you have to cancel the priestess's portal animation with, like, when you chain bomb. That's going to be really hard for you to do. It's not impossible, but it's also the fact that would the priestess really use her portals when there's bombs on the ground? Oh, misses the portal right there. Highly unlikely, highly unlikely. Now, in this 2-story setting right here, it's more painful for BonBon to be played than it is for Sculptor. So Tsuman decided not to vault down here immediately, but it's also the fact that BonBon throws his bombs upwards, and then it goes with the law of physics applies here, right? We throw it upwards, but also one more portal perhaps. Tsuman. Okay, you know what? All is fine. All is fine. That was a miscalculated portal, but all is fine. You know what? All is fine. It's okay. All is fine. All is fine. But here, as you can see as well, just by using 3 portals or 2 portals right there, Cypher's almost done. Cypher is almost done. But it's also the fact that that was not a good idea from AW side. I'm sorry, I'm not commentating as professionally, but that was definitely not a good idea from AW side. It's not recommended. It's just not recommended for you to stop creating distance against a chip hunter. Chip hunters has little legs. And when I say little legs, I mean they can't close distance easily from you. So if you can pull distance, you pull distance regardless of what happens. Because there was no point in really drinking that Dublin right here. There's really no point in drinking that Dublin. Maybe against a Gala, yes, it would work. Yes, it will work because you can like body block and dodge statues easier than you do dodging chain bombs. But this is a BonBon, so just 1 full floor of red carpet. How are you going to body block for this priestess to be able to heal up properly? It's going to be very hard. It is going to be very hard. We can also see Mercy crouching down here very well as well. It does seem like they want to sell to guarantee the tie here at least, which is why also I say BonBon is a tie guarantee hunter. Of course, from AI Sensei here as well, we have 0 escape is 16%, 1 escape is 15%, 2 escape is 45%, 3 escape is 18%, and 4 escape is 6.1%. Now then, Priestess will be returning back to the mainer. The next chase will be Oniisuke, the Acrobat, but here as we can see as well, Acrobat can definitely do a decent kite up to 60 seconds. 60-second kite right here is already good enough for the survivors in general. If Acrobat is able to do a 60-second kite, in which he definitely can, its ciphers are going to be primed at the end of the day. We can also see that the last cipher is already being opened as well. Here you can see another problem with chip hunters. You don't really have map control. You need to walk towards the next cipher if you do decide to change targets right here. Even if you do decide to change targets right here, is it really worth it? Not really, because Acrobat only used one bomb. Acrobat can also get another bomb from containing for maybe 30 more seconds. And where is that 30 seconds come from? Endgame most likely, right? So therefore, there's nothing much you can do in general right here. Chasing after the barmaid right here, I'm gonna pause. Sorry, I'm back. Going back to what I was talking about as well. The blink didn't come out. Probably want to bait it at the flywheel. But if this is the problem with baiting a flywheel. Either you mind game yourself or you get mind gamed hard. There's no in between. There's just no in between in general. Now the miss is a chain bomb right here. It's not hard for barmaid to kite here. It's really not hard. It's really not hard. Barmaid, if she doesn't want to take any bombs here, just go around, man. Just go around this area. Just go around this area. Still didn't get the hit just yet. Barmaid, we don't walk up. We don't walk up, barmaid. Flywheel. Ah, okay, fair. But like Cypher's done. There's enough ciphers. There's enough ciphers. We also see that Mercy is also on the last cipher right now, which is currently at 71%. The ciphers are done. The ciphers are definitely done. Mercy has 3 elbow pad and a tide. I guess we can save the tide for endgame. If BonBon really does decide to chair the survivor near the gate, we can definitely save the tide for endgame. Depending on how this plays out. Then jumping over immediately, landing a chip right there, but also stepping on the fireball. So I guess this is what it is. It's going to be an immediately pop right here from Mercenary. It was a little bit slow as well, so that's not that good. Misses the bomb right there. There's still a blink available. That double chain bomb didn't really land. Barmaid still does. No, Barmaid doesn't have flywheel anymore. But regardless of that, going down here immediately, if the BonBon does decide to chair the barmaid, then it's going to be a guaranteed tie. It is going to be a guaranteed tie. It's a guaranteed tie. It's highly unlikely that the survivors will run towards the other gate and start opening that gate, because running towards the other gate takes at least 20 seconds. Opening that gate also takes 16 seconds, I guess. 16 to 18 seconds. That's 36 seconds, 38 seconds. That's more than you are not able to rescue. You're really not able to rescue by that point. So I guess all the survivors have to go out and guarantee the type. Let's move on to second half. Okay, second half right here. We see the Hunters ban with Priestess, Mercenary, Gravekeeper. I keep getting those two mixed up. Gravekeeper and Barmaid. From the survivor side, it does seem like we're gonna have a... I have not seen Entomologist in a long while. I won't lie about that. After Prospector and Antiquarian is a thing I haven't seen. I really have not seen Entomologist at all. But here as you can see as well, from LB side we'll be coming out with a Naiad. Damn. Naiad it's not bad running Naiad against this team. It's just bad running Naiad against a Entomologist. So for the survivors to win here, it's really up to the Entomologist. How the Entomologist supports in general. But of course, Entomologist can't be too hooked up on, okay, how do I support? Entomologist definitely still has to contain as well, because if there's one decoding, well, if there's one containing and there is one there's two decoding, right, and you have an Entomologist who wants to support, that's one less guy, well, that's one less survivor decoding for you, so you can't really rush as fast. It's also with the fact that Naiad is a hunter that is perfectly suitable to run against this team. So all in all, I don't think we should be too worried. Overall, judging by this team comp. But for LB to gain more here, definitely is chasing after the Psychologist. And also here's the cash running Insolence, Naiad. going for the psychologist is definitely not a bad choice, because we've seen Excellence Naiad a lot coming from Japan side, so Korea side we most likely will be seeing that as well. And then we have NES level 275 running First Officer, NES Dohyun, Entomologist, NES Cover, Prospector, NES Roxy running Psychologist, and AWLB is gonna go for the Naiad right here. This is Every Sleeping Town. Round 2, second half of the game. AW is currently on the winning side right now with that 4-man elimination 2-point, if I'm not wrong, advantage. Question mark? No, they have a 3-point advantage. They have a 3-point advantage right here. So NES really has to tie this one and then move on to round 3 to see if they can get a 4-man elimination here and there. And then onto the game we go. It seems like LB will be going straight to where the psychologist right there. We also do know where the psycho is, so that's not too bad overall. LB going in here immediately, wanting to bait down the psychologist, but it doesn't seem like psychologist is willing to take the bait right here. Jumping down here right here immediately, landing 50%, 60% moisture, 75% moisture on Roxy right there. That was really fast. That's a lot of moisture right there. That is definitely a lot of moisture right there. There's no more moisture landed anymore, but that's a 90% moisture. 4 more seconds. 4 more seconds. 4 more seconds left on the... 4 more seconds left on the... Hey, we're gonna go through immediately, but also stepping on the moisture right there. That's not good. That 92% moisture is not good. It's not a good sign at all. It's a little bit early right here, as we can see as well. We know where the harpoon has been thrown as well, but it does seem like psychologist has been forced towards the corner right here. Okay, at least the moisture is popping down, but it does seem like LB wants to land some more on the psychologist. 69% moisture on psychologist right here. Where is the bees? Where is the bees? Where is the bees? The bees is coming in to support right now. Very nicely done, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, sadly. Carrying the psychologist right here, it's very darn fast. This is very darn fast. And of course locking that cipher, because why not? I will take charge of 2 ciphers right now. I will also break this pattern. Now, do you know what I'm gonna do? The psychologist also cannot decode. So now we're oh wait, no. Prospector cipher opened. Prospector cipher opened, that's fine. But if they do decide to sell here, it really is up to second chase right now. Psychologist, no, sorry. If entomologist comes out here, that's not a good sign. That is really not a good sign. It's very close. It's very close right here. Gets the hit there immediately, but at least it won't be a double down. But there is no 95% right there. Okay, that didn't really land anything. That didn't really land anything, but it seems like we should be wanting to land the hit on Psycho right there. That's 1 moisture. Are we gonna see the second one? We're gonna see the second one. Very nicely done by LB right there. That's a double speed boost right there for psychologist, but it doesn't seem like Psycho can go anywhere. It's also considered the fact that this is the blink Naiad. Well, going down here immediately, not bad. They're still missing 1 full cipher for endgame. Cherry psychologist right here can at least still guarantee the tie, but it does seem like wanting to bring the psychologist near the entomologist right here, as we can see as well, wanting to lock that cipher near Melly. Melly does have flywheel, but Melly has to run away from that cipher, sadly. That cipher will be decoded last. Either Prospector or First Officer comes in. First Officer coming right in here is not too bad, but also First Officer coming in here is... they're missing ciphers. They're definitely missing 1 full cipher right here. Here's the problem, right? It's a full presence Naiad. There's no patroller, but it's still a full presence Naiad, I guess. So all in all, I don't think First Officer is going to be able to come into rescue anymore. Naiad is definitely going to be rotating out ASAP right now. Doesn't know where the entomologist is, because entomologist is basically doing a good job right here. Entomologist did a really good job. Right, not decoding any more cipher, but also Cover is running out straight towards the hunter as well. Cover, he was not looking. Okay, he was not looking. I do not know what to say, but he was definitely not looking. He was not looking around when he had heartbeat. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. But she does have 3 magnets though, and there's still 1 full cipher left, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But I guess overall, it's really just with the fact that flywheel, very nicely done, jumps down here immediately, will be pushed back, will not be pushed back, will be pulled in right here. That was not such a long stun after all. They're still missing 1 full cipher. Does this Naiad have trump card? I don't know. I don't remember. I won't lie, I genuinely don't remember if this Naiad has trump card or not, but it does seem like there's 60% moisture right here on the They're cheering near the cipher as well. The last 3 ciphers are nearby. So that's why. Naiad changed targets. The last 3 ciphers are nearby. Now they're locking that cipher as well. It does seem like LB wants to chair cover near the last cipher that the other 2 are decoding right now. The first officer and the entomologist here. A little bit in a pinch, in a huge pinch, not just a little bit. This is a huge pinch. Right? Because the cipher now has been locked. First officer can definitely come in to rescue, but even if you do rescue, the cipher is still going to be locked at the end of the day. We can see coming in to lock the cipher once again. First officer can come in to rescue early as well, which is a bit of a problem here as well. We do see that first officer uses the watch right there, but can only buy enough time for entomologist to just decode a little bit of the cipher. Now then popping that cipher right there immediately. Does not know which one is which, but it does seem like he's able to reach cover right there, which is not too bad. This tie time definitely bought enough time for them to finish the cipher, but for them to not finish the cipher, what we have to do right here is land what I would do right really is just I think what I would do right there is just lock the cipher immediately instead of chasing the first officer. I don't know why, because I just feel like locking the cipher may do more good than bad. It's also considering the fact that, I mean, ciphers definitely can be done in 60 seconds. Landing the hit on first officer there definitely is not a bad choice as well. So I guess this is a very player-based opinion or strategy. It really depends on how you play Naiad and how they play Naiad, right? Because like, if we do decide to lock the cipher there, then of course first officer and entomologist definitely can rush the cipher together. Wanting to hit the first officer right here didn't really land, but at least we know that first officer now doesn't have any more watch, and of course cover is currently trying to open that cipher. Last 3 ciphers here, this is a 3 in a row. Triple cipher in a row here is going to hurt the survivors quite a bit. So we're really gonna have to see how this goes. Cover. It's really up to how cover contains for this one. Pushes Hunter back, but it didn't really do much after all at the end of the day. Pushes once again. There's not a lot of stun coming in because they didn't push the Hunter far away at all, since Hunter was already near the walls anyways. Bladed out the flywheel. Now can't be slugged for endgame. There is no... You see, there isn't any... There's no such thing as... There's no such thing as trump card Naiad in Korea server, I guess. But I guess it does work really well for them. And then cheering whoever your one is called into basement right here. We can see as well entomologist is coming in trying to get the rescue. Sees where entomologist is. If no, just stay. No, just stand. No, body block. Just body block that. No, please, the body block. I'm so sorry, but body blocking that would have been better. Very nice blink down right here. Very nicely done. That is a flywheel done, and pop. No pop. Let's rewatch that. Let's rewatch how that is done. Listen, right, because in this situation, right, I definitely would have just body blocked there. Instead of going down so she can't go through. But here as you can see, very nice hit and blink through immediately. And it is a flywheel and then puddle down. That's 1 hit. That's 2 hit, very nicely done. That's a 3-man elimination there for AW. And it's a basement. So I guess NES will not... I think they're eliminated. I think I eliminated him if I'm not wrong, since this is just qualifiers. This is not qualifiers. What's it called again? Not tryouts, not runners though. Elimination rounds. Yes, elimination rounds. So yeah, let's congratulate AW for winning. Sheesh, that Naiad. You can definitely see like the difference in opinion here. We learn a lot. We learn a lot from Korea's server as well. That is something that I would definitely not do. I definitely would have played it way more safer there with the body, like, you know, body blocking the entrance, because that's definitely possible. Unless Naiad is too skinny, then I guess that's just the cons of being too skinny. Lol. Clerk can definitely do it. Clerk can definitely do it. Quantum can definitely do it. And maybe not for Anne, but I guess yeah, we'll just have to figure that out sometime in my rank streams. But let's congratulate AWLB for the 4-man elimination, let's say. And I will see you all for day 2. Bye-bye for now.